Hey everybody, it's Rob from the 411, and this is our sixth episode of this podcast. I'm here with Kayla from the Color Mill. How are you doing, Kayla?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good, thanks. How's your day going so far?
Oh, it's going super easy day today. I got home like a lot sooner than I thought. So,
Oh, good. Hopefully business is good.
oh yeah, it's great.
Good, good.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your business. It's called the Color Mill.
Yep. So I own the Color Mill. It is a luxury beauty studio. I specialize in really transformative colors. So like balayage, lived-in color, platinum, blondes. Extensions, that sort of thing. But I also do some eyelash extensions too here and there for my clients because it's fun. So I like to do that too.
Oh, right on. So how did you get your start? How did you get your start in the industry?
Oh man, how much time you got? Just kidding. um, Basically, it was 8 years ago. I kind of was over the high school thing and was thinking what I could do after, and school was just not my favorite thing anymore. So I was kind of like, how can I get out of this? What can I do? And back then, you had to have a principal sign off, you had to have a plan if you wanted to graduate early and all that kind of stuff. So I did that. I went out to different beauty schools, and I was already like really into beauty when I was a kid. More just like hair coloring. Like I've had every hair color under the sun. And it started like that, where I would just have so much fun with my hair. And, my dad would actually help me a lot, which is funny. So it just kind of grew into a hobby. And then when I realized that I could make money doing it, I said, sign me up. Let's get me out of high school and let's do it. So off I went to beauty school.
Nice.
And that's kind of how it all started. I went to like different chain salons and stuff first until I developed my own business. And that was so fun.
A little sarcasm there.
Yes, a
A little
lot.
bit. Okay, fair enough. Well, that kind of. So I'm the dad too, and not so much anymore because they're not so interested in braids anymore. But I braid my girls' hair when they would let me, and still do when they let me on occasion. And I don't have much hair to braid, but they would try, and be the dad that does let them put the fingernail polish and stuff on. Good stuff. It's good stuff.
Yep.
Uh, so that
It
also
was
kind of
awesome. He would sit there in the kitchen and do whatever I wanted him to do, and it was funny.
nice. That's a good dad. That's a good dad. So that also kind of
Yeah.
touches on what inspired you to start your business. You wanted to get going on your entrepreneurial journey and finish up high school and your own inspiration.
Yeah, there's actually a lot that involves me starting my business. When I first was in school, they teach you, you go to school, you get a job, you work and do that until you retire, and then that's it, and la-di-da. And I just didn't want that. I wanted more than that. I didn't want to be, basically slaving weekends, nights, holidays for people that didn't really care that much about me as a person. And, especially in this industry, it was just very difficult being young and a female and good at what they do already. That I face a lot of challenges with that, emotionally as well. Like I'm a pretty tough cookie as it is, but to have that happen to you almost every day at every job that you work at in salons, it was just hard. And then you realize that you're not actually making a lot of money doing that kind of stuff. Like I managed people's salons for them. I've managed other people. Like I had employees, and that's all fun and dandy, but I knew there was just something more that I could tap into, and I wanted to make the industry better for people. And clients too. I mean, clients could always feel that from somebody if they're not happy at their job, if they're not thriving at their job. Like clients can feel that coming from you, and I just wanted to make a better environment for them and for me, because I mean, a happy hairdresser is gonna make you happy, and if I'm not happy, then I'm gonna have a really hard time doing that for you. So that was my biggest inspiration, was just to get out of that toxic cycle and try to change it.
Kudos to you. That's a young, driven entrepreneur. Awesome. That's you seem to have a good balance of both the business sense and the artistic sense.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, so you talked about some of your challenges already. So, what do you wish you knew before you started your business?
Oh. Oh man, it is such a learning experience when you have a business, that's for sure. I wish I would have known that, oh man, it never stops. I mean, you think you're really, really good, and that is what happened to me. I have experienced that already, where a year in, I already surpassed the expectation of, okay, this is what it's going to look like the first year you're on your own doing this. You're not going to make any money. It's going to be horrible, and you're going to want to quit. That's what I was told. But I definitely was a miracle child, and that did not happen to me. I broke six figures the first year and thought I could coast for the rest of the time. And I stopped doing what I should have been doing, marketing, getting more clients. I was comfortable. And I wish I would have known before that that's not a space that you should be in when you have a business, even if it's not in the growing stages and you can't grow as much as you want to. Like, you still need to keep doing it, because once you stop, you're going to feel it later. And I wish I would have known that sooner.
Yeah, agreed. As an individual entrepreneur, who does it all for your business, you have to constantly be lead generating. At the same time doing the job, and constantly. And if as you indicate, if you lag, it's the same thing in real estate. If you get comfortable and you stop doing the lead generation, chances are you're going to run dry. There's a mantra in the real estate industry that says you're only as good as your last sell, and I imagine that extends to what you're doing too. Right on. What
Oh
so
yeah, for us is, we're always as good as our, client that comes in the least.
Ooh, you're only as good as your client that comes in at least. That's a good one. I like that one. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah.
Uh, what advice would you give to someone starting a similar business?
Oh, I would say my best advice is just do it, because I spent 6 years in this industry letting people get inside my head of, you're too young, it's going to be really hard to booth rent, or you're not going to gain clientele, or, how are you going to put yourself above everybody else, or, oh, you're not going to make any money because your overhead's too high. Like, that is just BS. Like, I firmly believe that if you want to do something and you also have the talent to back that up, then you just bite the bullet and you do it. I mean, obviously, don't put yourself in a situation where, it could be really bad for you to do that, but, just don't let people get inside your head. If it feels right for you, you just need to bite the bullet. Because if I would have done it sooner, I probably would be where I want to end by now.
That's fair. That's awesome. How would you say you differentiate your business from the competitors? What makes you different?
You know, it's funny now that I can actually embrace this part of it, whereas I couldn't before. I pride myself in letting anyone under the sun come in, and I will help you feel better about yourself. It doesn't matter where you come from, who you are, what you look like, what you identify as. I don't care. If you're a cool person and you're, a good person, come in and I will take care of you. And what I really pride myself on, how different I am, is I'm so laid back and real with my clientele. Maybe sometimes even too real, but I just hated being told that I have to fit myself in this tiny little box in salons, or you have to look a certain way, or you have to speak a certain way, or, deliver things a certain way. And I just don't think that's how it should be. Not everyone is the same, and you mesh with certain people or you don't mesh with certain people. But for me, I pride myself on, when you come into my salon, you're going to get treated like a friend, but then you're also going to get treated like, I'm just trying to help you. I'm trying to educate you and teach you things that you probably don't even know. But then we're also going to hang out. It's not this crazy professional atmosphere where you're staring at yourself in the mirror for 5 hours and then they leave you and whatever. Like, we're friends and we're hanging out. So,
Well, that's really cool. So, what do you
yeah.
see as the future of your business? What's your vision for your future?
There's so many things I want to do. My biggest thing that I've been trying to work on the last, I want to say year, maybe. I want to purchase a building that I want to fully remodel from inside out or build one, whatever is better in the long run. But I want to do that, and I want to create luxury spaces like mine in that building, so that way other professionals that need a room or something like that, something that I do, they can do that in that space and have it be a nice space for them, a place that, all the things that hairdressers or, estheticians or tattoo artists and things like that are looking for. I want them to already be set up for that success. And I want to also create a community out of that because, suite ownership can be very lonely and very isolating at times, especially if you're used to a salon environment. And I just want to break the norm of that. I want to create a support system, an education system for everybody that does rent from me, and a mentorship because, like I said, I broke barriers that first year and I'm continuing to do so. And if I can help multiple people do that sooner in that career or even just out of school and have that just community sense, but then you also get to do whatever you want in your own thing, like that's the end goal for me.
That's amazing. That's an amazing goal to have. That's kind of like a makerspace for your profession. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. A couple fun questions here, and
Oh, yeah.
let's see here. If you could have a dinner with any person, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Oh boy. Oh, a dinner with anybody dead or alive. Ooh, this one's hard. Oh man. There'd be a couple. I am such an Edgar Allan Poe nerd.
Okay.
I would love to see that craziness in real life. That would be the coolest dinner I think I would ever attend. Um, and as I'm going to say a live person, I would say huge inspiration for me currently is actually Jack Martin. He's a very famous colorist from a different country. And if I could have the chance to sit down and talk to him one on one, I would probably not survive the rest of the day.
Okay. Very cool. Okay. So if you could time travel, where and when would you go?
Ooh, yeah, I love this. I would probably go like 60s, 70s era.
I could see that.
Yeah, or even further behind actually, because I'm just such an old soul and I joke around all the time and I'm like, I was not meant to be born in the 90s. Like I just wasn't. Like this whole generational stuff, like I'm like a 50-year-old in a 27-year-old's body at this point. So if I could just like restart and go where I probably was supposed to be, then that would be fun.
Okay. Cool. Um, what's a fact that would surprise you surprise most people about you?
Ooh, yeah, I love that. So I'm actually a type 1 diabetic,
Okay.
which I don't really shout from the rooftops to people most of the time, but I've had it since I was 2 years old. So a long time now at this point. So it's a very hard thing to live with, especially in an industry that is so demanding on your body. Um, so that's hard. But it'd be surprising to some people to know that I live with that every day, all day, and despite taking care of everybody else, there are some things that I have to do for me, and it's hard. But
Well, kudos to you for that's a hard, heavy thing. Thank you for
yeah,
sharing that. One, thank you again for your time. Let's see. How can we best get a hold of you? How would you like people to get a hold of you?
yeah. So actually, Facebook or Instagram is usually the best place to get a hold of me. They're both the @ the color mill.
Okay.
Co.
Okay.
And color is spelled the weird way, like the European
The
way, so
British way.
fancy OUR type of thing.
Okay.
Yep. And then everything on there has all my information. So like my link tree is on there, which has like booking sites or stuff like that. All that's on both of those social media platforms. So
Very cool.
and Google.
Okay. Last words are yours. What would you like to tell the 411?
Ooh. Well, first of all, I actually just want to tell you, not all of them, but you, that what you've created is freaking awesome. Like, this is one of the coolest things I've seen, like, in a community is this whole page. And then the fact that you're helping businesses. Like, I just think it's the coolest thing ever. And I'm glad I got to be a part of that. And to the rest of the people that are in the 411 community, man, I mean, I just think the group is amazing. I would love to see some people that I've already interacted with, at the salon and stuff, if I can help you, or, if anybody just has any hair questions. My DMs are always open. I mean, I am a no pressure person. I'm not going to try to treat you as a client right off the bat. If you just want to have a conversation, I'm here. So.
Well, awesome. You rock, Kayla. Thank you for being on the podcast. And I'll post this online. I'll throw your links in there too for everybody, and hopefully drive some more traffic your way.
Yeah, thank you
Well,
so
thank you.
much.
Thank you. Take care.